that were being erased in our own homeland every single day.
Who gets killed first with there should be a war. We are a sacrificial lamb.
And those who live next to them are pushing back.
We're going to get him on a stretcher with something around.
This might look like combat, but it's actually training for a very old school type of war.
All right, getting up. It's downhill. Hit the river. We should be good. It's going to be a slosh.
We're here in Hawaii, where the U.S. Army is training troops in jungle combat. These are skills that the military says are critical to counter China in the Pacific.
This is jungle school, where soldiers learn how to fight and survive in the tropics. Battlefields that are more like Vietnam than Iraq or Afghanistan.
This is where we build war fighting readiness for America's Pacific Division. The 25th Infantry Division was founded back in 1941, about 2 months right before the Japanese flew over this island and attacked Pearl Harbor. So as we went through World War II, we were fighting through the jungles. Then in the Korean War in the 50s, same kind of thing. A lot of heavy foliage, a lot of tough terrain. It's not like you can look into the distance and say, I want to walk to that point. You have to understand, looking at a map, how are you going to get to that point when you can only see about 20 meters in front of your face? We realized we need to train our soldiers to be ready to fight in the jungle.
The military balance of power has shifted dramatically over the last 20 years. Before, the United States was the most predominant military power in the Asia-Pacific region. That is no longer the case. China has been building up its military capabilities since the end of the Cold War, and this is what is alarming to the U.S. military.
Is the U.S. military preparing for a conflict with China?
Yes, I think that's the number one priority. They're worried that there will be a conflict over Taiwan.
China sees Taiwan as part of its territory, and President Xi Jinping has repeatedly said that, quote, reunification is inevitable. The U.S. has long had a policy of strategic ambiguity over Taiwan, not fully committing to defending the island against a Chinese invasion, but also not ruling it out. But as China ramps up military and economic pressure in the Pacific, the U.S. military is responding. Across the region, America is expanding its presence, beefing up weapon systems, gaining more access in allied countries, and distributing American forces more broadly, all in an effort to checkmate China.
Are you training more soldiers here now than you have in previous years? We are. We continue to ramp up the training here at the Landing Academy. We train about 2,500 soldiers out of the academy each year, and we know there are various pacing threats in this region. It is our responsibility to not only defend American interests, but to defend the interests of our allies and partners throughout this region as well. Don't pick a fight with us today, because we're going to win.
Given the U.S. strategic interests in maintaining forward deployed forces in the Asia-Pacific region, the burden of hosting those forces falls on the local people. I don't believe that the American people understand what it means for the United States to defend Taiwan if China were to attack. This would be the first time that the United States would be engaged in a direct military conflict with a nuclear power. And so the stakes are very high, and the potential cost in life would be enormous.